Whenever you visit a website on the internet, any website, or if you look at any of the examples we've worked on, what's shown on the actual browser content is what's called the body of the page. But there's more to a page than just the body. Look at this example, Zenba.com, my company website. See how in the tab title, we see a page title. That's not the name of the file. So where do we specify this title? Also, you see an icon here. All of those things are added in an area called the page head. The page head contains information about the page itself. Moreover, there's a general structure of a website which is defined by a set of standards, the HTML5 standards. So what we'll do in this lesson is look at this top level structure of the page and the head section as well. What the standards require is that you start this by typing in the following: doctype HTML. What does that mean? That really means that you're telling the browser, hey browser, this is a HTML document. We've so far skipped all this part, and browsers are forgiving, so it works even if you don't do it. But this is the official sort of standard for HTML. Then there's the HTML tag itself. Everything in the page is contained in the HTML tag. As I mentioned, there's the head. So there's the head section, and there is the body section. Everything we've done so far has been in the body section. The body section specifies what you end up seeing in the browser. Let's add some indentation here, some spacing to make it more clear. So what sort of things can we add in the head? There are different things we can add. One of them is the title. This is a page. If we save and reload, you'll see that now we are seeing that title up in the tab. What other things can we add? Let me show you what happens if I enter a non-English character in here. If I enter non-English characters, such as that Spanish character, you see that it doesn't display correctly. So that's something we need to fix. We need to define something called the encoding of the page so that it can display all Unicode characters, not just English default letters and numbers. So you add this meta tag, which is a tag that specifies information about the page. This is all done in the head. And this one needs to have a char set to UTF-8. So that is the set of characters that includes all of these non-English characters. So let's try that. Let's try that again by adding that character again, and see how now we can actually display non-English characters. You could display any language characters now. So that's obviously a great improvement. These meta tags don't need to be closed, by the way. Don't need to be self-closed. You just add them like that. That's part of the HTML standard. Another interesting meta tag to add has to do with the description. So we type in name, description, and then you can add a description to your page in content. In Google, this is what will be shown on the search results. This is what the description that Google will show on the search results for your page. So this is what Google will show. So we can close that. And when I said you don't have to close them, I meant that you don't have to add this thing, but you do have to close them at least. I mean, you do have to add this sign. All right, so another thing we can add here is the icon. I've already provided an icon in this file, in this folder. This folder will be called structure. And the icon that you see on pages is called the 5 icon, and it's a .ico type of image. If you Google, you'll find a lot of free services that convert PNG to .icon. You can use that to generate your 5 icon for your page. So the tag that we use for that is called link, and we need to specify a rel attribute that says icon, and then let's take a look at which one it is. href. So we use the same as we used for the anchor tag. So we use href and the location is in the same folder. Therefore, I'm just gonna type in favicon, favicon.ico, and this will do it. So now we'll show in the favicon as well. By the way, what I just did to look at the source code is what we're covering on the next lesson, where I'm going to show you how to use the Chrome developer tools. So sorry about that sneak peek of what's coming. To summarize, your page is not just the body, it's not just what you see. There's more to it than what you see. There is information about the page. That has to do with what your browser shows, with specifications of the language. There was just one last thing that I forgot to add here, which is the lang. And this will tell the browser and Google as well what language this page is on. So this page is in English, so you can specify it like so. So you begin by typing in doctype HTML. This tells the browser, hey browser, this is a website, this is a HTML document. Then you start with the HTML tag where you specify the language of the page. This is also used by Google to know how to index your page. Should it be on English search results? Should it be on Spanish search results? The head section has information about the page, such as the title, the character set, if you want to have international characters. There are other options as well, like description, and you can specify a favicon. And then at last, the body is what you see in the actual content area of your browser.